It's time to budget for September. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Kamika, and this is Well Balanced Wallet, where I help you create healthy money habits and live a life that you love on your current budget. Today, we are going to budget for September. I realized in August that we spent way too much money, so I am going to make sure that we are on top of things and paying attention to our budget in September. So I need to also make sure I'm budgeting a realistic amount of money for each of our categories. And the reason I think we were over budget, I think we were bored. I think we were just buying stuff just because we haven't been able to do a lot. We're just staying in the house, trying to keep ourselves safe. We have been a few places, but mainly just eating out and buying things that we don't need. So we're going to pay more attention to that in September. So let's pull up the budget and get started. Okay, so before I empty my buffer category, you notice that there is $431.56 in ready to assign. And what happened is my husband actually got a raise this month, and this is our first paycheck with his raise on there. So I didn't put this money anywhere yet. So let's take a look at this first. Honestly, I think I already know what I'm going to do with it. We have a trip coming up at the very beginning of September, and I think I'm going to put $400 for our trip. So that should be enough. We have $872.11, and that should be enough to do everything that we need to do for our trip. And there may possibly be money left over. I'll let you guys know when I do the budget next month. So I have $31.56 left. Let's just leave that and add our buffer to that. So I'm going to zero this out. So $3,531.56, and let's just go down the line. I mentioned in the August budget with me that I would try the auto assign for September, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So I am for sure going to learn more about it, read more about it, and I'll be ready to try it in October. So today we're just going to budget like I normally do. So the first category is phone, and we spent $77.31 last month. So let's just do the average assign because the phone bill fluctuates a little bit. So we'll do the $79.01. Okay, for internet, average assigned is $103, and we spent $91.33 last month. I think I'm gonna go with $91.33 this time. Our electric bill in August was so high. It was $266, and we didn't do anything different except for it was very, very hot in Georgia. So I think that's where that came from. I don't think the next electric bill is going to be as high. So what I'm going to do is do $200. And then last month I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had to move money around because we didn't budget that much for electricity. So I did have to shift some money around in my budget to cover $266. But that's okay. That's why our budgets are flexible. Okay, so for gas, I usually just put $150 here. Water average assigned is $55. I think I actually got this bill already, and it is $57.57. We're gonna go with that. Car insurance is always $97.35, and that's for both of our cars. Life insurance is always $31.88. Student loans are on hold right now. I did sign up for Peloton, the workout part of Peloton. I don't have a Peloton bike or treadmill, but I do have a treadmill, and I like to do their walking and running workouts. So I did subscribe to Peloton. I believe it's $15 a month, but I'm also gonna look into it because I think they offer a discount for educators and faculty and staff that work at schools. So I'm gonna look into that to see if I can get that down just a little bit, because anything helps. Apple Music is still our catch-all, and I haven't sat down to figure out exactly what we're paying for, so I'll do that one of these days. And if you notice, our debt snowball category is at 0, and I talked a little bit about what happened in our last debt snowball update, so if you're interested in that, be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link down below, and I'll leave a card on the screen. All right, so mortgage, we do $1287. Home maintenance and repairs, I put money here as soon as we get paid. So that's why this one is always funded when I do these budget with me's. It's just easier to put a percentage of our paychecks here instead of waiting until the end, because I know I want to fund this every time we get paid. Let's see, groceries, we were over budget last month, but I'm still gonna go with our $330 that we usually have. Restaurants, we were way over budget last month, but I'm gonna go with our $150, and we just need to get our spending under control. For our spending money, $25 each. I think we're gonna go up a little bit for our spending money since my husband did get a raise. I think we're gonna go up a little bit, but it'll be in October, because we kind of just want to see what we're going to spend on our trip, and if we have any money when we get back, I may add it to our spending money categories to make it 50 each, but for now we're just gonna leave it at 25. Definitely don't want to experience lifestyle creep when we start to receive additional money, so we're just going to keep everything the way it is for now, and probably increase $25 in October. Household goods, we spent a lot last month. I think I'm gonna do 50 because I think we have pretty much everything that we need. Miscellaneous, I'm gonna do 100. Entertainment, I'll do 50. Spur of the moment, I'll do 50, and that's just to catch all. If I need to borrow money, I start in our spur of the moment category. Let's skip clothing for now for our challenge. September, it is $125, and I'll just mark this as done. Okay, and then Christmas account, we do that every time we get paid, so I will add that later. And I'll skip new car for now. Car maintenance is good. I like to keep that at $600. I mentioned in the last budget with me that I am going to try to increase our medical category to the amount of my deductible and my husband's deductible, but I still haven't taken the time to figure out exactly what that is. So for now, I'm going to get this up to $600. So let me do some math. $217.91. All right, and I have $352.58 left. Okay, so I think I want to order another Stitch Fix box for September. So if you remember, I mentioned in the Stitch Fix video that if you're gonna order a box, you need at least $200 if you plan on purchasing everything, and it'll probably be a little bit more than $200 depending on what you choose, but for now I think I'm just gonna put maybe $230. And I don't get a Stitch Fix box every month. I'm kind of trying to do it maybe once a quarter, and I know that fall is coming up, so hopefully they'll send me some nice fall things, and then I won't get another one until towards the end of the year. But yeah, for now I'll just put $230, and I have $122.58 left. And let's see, I think I'll put that towards, let's do half of it towards the new car. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So we'll just do 60 for that. And then we'll go back up to our debt snowball category and try to start building this again. 62.58. And that is it. We have budgeted all of the money. So I know a lot of people watch these videos because they like to see my thought process on how I budget our money. And it's not just me, my husband and I talk about this before I do these videos, so I kind of have an idea of where we're going to put money and what we need to do, the things we have coming up. But it is kind of fun to go through like a stream of consciousness and just let you guys see what I'm thinking while I'm budgeting my money. So if you have any questions about Ynab or about my budgeting process, leave a comment down below. And that's all for this video. So be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and click the link on your screen right now for more Well Balanced Wallet content. See you there.